탈게요.
David's life was in a mess. After the breakup from his girlfriend, events began to spiral out of control.
He kind of become known as almost like a John Rambo type guy, like not a vagrant, but he moves around. He never ever kept to one place.
He never had a key, but if he knocked and we opened the door, he'd walk straight in, and he would just come in and take the brandy. Sometimes he might drink the whole bottle of it.
I think it was a collection of stuff. Not being able to see his daughter.
He'd put sometimes his friends first and sometimes put his party and football first.
He didn't actually have a job.
Almost no plan for the future.
He never really had much of a career.
Every time he gets a job, he seems to neglect it.
He was a bit here, there and everywhere, as in he never had his fixed abode.
He fell out with my mum.
When I said to get out of the house, I told him I don't want you back here anymore.
He doesn't seem to care too much about anything. He lives from day to day.
He wasn't abusive to me, was he? Just was a liberty taker.
Acting in an irresponsible way.
Play music, cook, not wash up.
Kevin and his girlfriend, they split up for a while. David sort of got the blame for that. So he was like banned from going to basically staying at Kevin's where he used to stay.
I heard that he got rejected from Kevin's mum's, and I think she'd had enough.
So there was 3 houses that he grew up in that he wasn't actually allowed to stay at anymore. And I think it was a collection of all that. It just got too much for him.
As if somebody restarted Dave's computer.
He sort of had a breakdown of his brain and just reset his memory.
When you go into a fugue, something happens in your brain, makes you shut down certain emotions, certain memories from the past. It also puts you in a state of like, you're not aware of things around you, and possessions sort of mean nothing. Obviously myself, I ended up putting down my phone, my wallet, my money and my keys, and then I just sort of like wandered off so we can gather.
After David left the train, he made his way to the street where his friend Kevin lives.
I know that I got here at some point because all my possessions were found in the back of his boot, which I have a spare key for. I would have pretty much opened up the boot and took out my wallet, my keys, and just, for some reason, just flung them in there. That would have been it. I would have, don't know, just disappeared.
David had left his wallet and his identity in the boot of his friend's car. 4 hours later, he was admitted to King's College Hospital.
Basically, there's like 3.5 to 4 hours of time which is unaccounted for. And obviously, I know at 8:30 I ended up in the hospital. But in them 3.5 hours, people just assumed that I came from my friend's house straight to the hospital. But that would have only taken about half an hour.
Neither David nor his friends have any idea of what happened in those missing hours.
Finally, here we are at King's College Hospital's accident and emergency. The earliest memory that I have is just standing just over there on my own and sort of just walking through them doors.
David will never know for certain what happened in those missing hours. But his friends have given him an insight into the man he was before he fugued, and it's proved to be a painful experience.